Hello, my loves. It is the morning. I'm joined by my usual accomplice. And I am just going to be taking you on a journey. I've already filmed my very first video that I posted where I delved into video editing. Was like my get ready with me for work. But it was my like low effort getting ready in like 30 minutes, maybe 15. I posted that on my Instagram Reels. Y'all loved it. Launched the YouTube. Thank you very much. But now I want to show you, not drag, crazy for this channel. I know, I say as if I don't have 2 videos up. Anyways, I'm going to take you on my process for doing my glam work look. I'm a drag queen, but I'm in the workspace. So that's going to be a bit more intense, a bit more full coverage. Let's get into it. Disclaimer before we get started on makeup. Do your skincare. Like, apologies to the skincare gods, the skincare girlies, the skincare gurus. That's not me. I do be doing the bare minimum, but bare minimum is important. Cleanser, moisturizer, non-negotiable, period. The only reason I didn't do some sunscreen, which is also important, especially if you look like me and your complexion is that of a saltine cracker. Ooh. Can I say that on YouTube? I'm not getting money from this. Anyways, the primer that I'm gonna use has SPF 50 in it. So that we're combining steps. Skincare. Get your skincare. Get your hydration. Get your electrolytes. Especially if you're also chronically ill. I see you. You ain't flake. Get those electrolytes. Now let's lock it. We're starting with that primer I was just mentioning. It's going to be the Anastasia Beverly Hills Hydra Prime. It has SPF 50 and... Girl, are you good? All right. Primer is so important for makeup, especially if you're doing glam. It's going to help with pigment. It's going to help everything stay in place. Do not skip out on your primer. It will save your makeup. Next, I'm going in with foundation. I have been obsessed with this one. It is a NARS Radiant Longwear Foundation in shade Oslo. Now, I'm just doing this with a sponge, putting it on. I'm going to do an insane amount of layers because I want it to be perfectly even though this is like a super full coverage foundation. You don't have to do this many layers. I am genuinely just a crazy person and I want it to look so flawless for no reason. Now that the foundation's laid down, we're gonna grab our concealer. This is, you know her, you love her if you've ever seen my channel, Miss KimChi Chic The Most concealer in shade Solid White. And I'm going to put that in the corners of my eyes as well as at the very center of the lower part of my forehead and the top of my chin. I'm trying to give myself a brightening, lifting effect. So I'm putting it in the high points of my face. Next up is going to be powder. Now that our base is done, I'm grabbing the KimChi Chic Puff Puff Pass in shade Translucent, as well as this Fenty Beauty Angled Sponge. I'm using that angled sponge to go into the areas that need the most powder, like right under the eyes, across the nose where I get the most oily, that bit of the forehead, as well as the chin and upper lip. Then I'm taking my bigger puff and I'm going all over the face. Once that powder's been able to bake for about like 10, maybe 5 minutes if you're in a rush, I'm grabbing this big, dense, fluffy brush and I'm just getting all of that powder off. Now that that's all off, I'm going to grab the Flower Nose, the Strawberry Cupid Collection Liquid Blush in shade 06 Rosy Madeleine. And I'm trying to dot that on and blend it out in like a similar-ish shape. It doesn't have to be perfect because this is really just a base for the blush that we're about to use to buff it out. Now that we have the liquid blush laid down, I'm using my Lovecraft Beauty, the Trio Blush Palette, and I'm going in with the deeper pink and the orange, and I'm adding the color to this blush to make it more of an orangey blush, and I'm buffing out the sides to give it more of a blended look. Next, for highlight, I'm going in with the Urban Decay, the Naked Shaped palette. I'm going into this white shade, so gorgeous. I think it's called Silver Flake Frost. It's a glimmer shade. And I'm just going in on the cheeks. I'm gonna go in on the tip and the bridge of the nose. I'm laying down that nice white for my first highlight. Next, over top of that, I'm going to take You Know Her, You Love Her, the Fenty Diamond Bomb in How Many Carats. I'm just laying over all of the highlight that I just put down, kind of buffing out that shimmer, just really intensifying it. Next up, I'm dipping right back into that cool tone Naked Shaped palette, and I'm going to be grabbing a deep brown, that shade Cuffing, and then once that's laid down in the outer corners, I'm going to be grabbing a lighter shade right above it called Nippy, and I'm going to just buff all of that out, trying to make a more cool tone, smoky, natural colors kind of eye look as a base. So I want to go back into the space just below the inner corners of the eyes and the forehead, and I want to lighten them up. So I'm grabbing this like cream almost white shade from the ColourPop by the Rosé palette. It's in shade Picnic Basket, and I'm taking a like kind of dense brush and I'm just going over those areas. Next up, because I'm trying to stay in that same color palette of cools, whites, everything like that, I'm grabbing the Fenty Beauty Diamond Veil eyeshadow stick in shade How Many Carats, and I'm creating an inner corner shimmer underneath and above where my liner will go. I'm also taking that and I'm going to be putting it, I'm essentially going to be emphasizing the highlights that I have on my nose, so on the little tip and a little bit on the bridge. Last step before liner, I'm going to be taking that How Many Carats highlighter again, and I'm going to be buffing out the shimmer on the inner lid, as well as I'm going to be putting in the shimmer for where the underbrow highlight will go. Now that I'm done with highlight, I know, I'm sorry, lots of highlight, I'm grabbing the Too Faced Better Than Sex liquid liner, and I'm going to try to explain this as best I can because I know this is the question I get the most. So for how I do my liner, I do my inner corner first. I draw that spike so I can tell the angle that I want to do the back half in. So I do it a little bit up towards the top lid and just a tiny bit into the bottom. And then when I'm doing the back line, I'm going to first do the bottom line so I know the basis of where it is. Then I'm going to look dead on at my mirror or wherever I'm doing my makeup in so that I know, especially because I have hooded eyes, what the line is going to look like dead on, not just down. Then you just fill it in and do any of your cleanup touches, like adding, a little bit of length at the end, cleaning up the spike, making sure that all the lines are clean, everything like that. That's literally it. Stop being scared of liner. Liner's not hard if you do the parameters first. I promise you, you will be fine. After a little bit of harsh love, we are now on to brows. So I'm going to grab my NYX Micro Brow Pencil in black, and I'm going to follow the shape of my wing. So I'm going to bring it out from the middle of my brow first, then connect it from the top of my brow, and then from the bottom of my brow. I'm creating a spike that's following the same proportions as my eyeliner. That's what makes it look cohesive. Moving on to the nose, which I totally didn't already start on accident without recording. I'm going to go back into that light shade from that Naked Shaped palette, the Nippy, and I'm going to go down the sides of the nose as well as across where the bridge meets the little bulb at the end of my nose to try and create that rounded effect. Next up for mascara, this is a mouthful, but I've really been loving the Half Magic Eye Electric Extreme Lengthening Mascara in shade Urchin. I love this formula. So I'm taking it and I'm going through my upper lashes, which aren't too important, they just need to be black, but I'm also taking the end of the wand to push up the last lash to give it more of a curl. And I'm taking what's left of that dip into the pot and using it on my bottom lashes. Now I'm going to curl my lashes, and I know it's a makeup sin to curl your lashes after mascara. Do as I say, not as I do. But I really need that curl for my lashes. They're super downturned, so I'm going to curl my lashes before I get started on falsies. For false lashes, I'm going to grab some Alley Crown Beauty lashes that I cut up and my Tadaki eyelash glue. And so for this look, it depends. So here are two looks that I did that are exactly the same, but like with different lashes. It really depends on how dark the look is. Because I'm going super light today, I'm going to do a half lash, which I showed on the left. When you're doing your lashes, I'm putting the lash glue on the top of the lash band, not directly on it. We are not having floppy lashes in 2025. I'm also putting some lash glue where I'm planning to put that lash on my eye. Once all of that has become more tacky, has dried down a bit, I'm going to press it on, pushing the two bits of glue together, and then I'm going to smush my freshly mascaraed lashes against the false lash to blend them together. Next up, I am taking some inspiration from one of my favorite style icons, Miss Daya Betty. I learned from watching her, and good God, love her to death. Ugh. Anyways, she takes half circles of metal and glues them to her face to look like fake piercings. So I'm taking these half magic reusable spikes and some lash glue, and I'm just putting a dot on the spike and then a dot where I want to put it, and I'm making some fake piercings. It's really just, it's that easy. And for alt girls with no money, it's lit. Next up, once I have that piercing on the bridge of my nose and on my eyebrow, I'm going to grab my little tub of Vaseline and do some lip prep for this lip combo we're about to do. I have super dry lips, so I want to protect them. So I'm doing just a layer or two over both the top and bottom lip. To start this lip combo, I'm going to grab my Kylie Cosmetics. Listen, I know I get it for basically free where I work. Don't worry about it. Anyways, I'm grabbing the Kylie Cosmetics, the Precision Pout Lip Liner in shade Comes Naturally, and I'm using my Urban Decay Grindhouse Sharpener. Love it. Easy peasy. And I'm just going to get started by, I'm first overlining my Cupid's bow. I want to create a sort of like overarched Cupid bow. It looks a little extreme from the top, but when I look dead on, it basically looks just straight across. And I'm bringing it down the sides of my lips, and on the bottom lip, I'm going to essentially just create a starting line and then work on the sides. And where the sides end up is how far I will overdraw it on the bottom. Next up, once I have that liner set to a level that I like, I'm going to grab the NARS Afterglow Sensual Shine Lipstick in shade Dolce Vita. And I'm literally just going to go in and work that color into the inner parts of my lips, blending it into the liner that I just put down. Please blend it into your liner. Don't let it look stark and weird. Blend it. Please, God, I beg you. Lastly, to finish off this lip combo, I'm going to take the KimChi Chic Gloss Over Gloss in Ripe Mango. It's that like pinky orangey shade that I use for my blush, and I'm just pulling that into the lips a little bit. My lips are already a bit shiny from the Vaseline, but like gloss. To finish up this face, I'm taking my One Size Beauty On Till Dawn mattifying waterproof setting spray. I know this is a bit of a controversial setting spray, but I like the texture. I hate the feeling of like a wet, heavy setting spray. So she is perfect for me. I'm going in a few times because my bottle is almost out, but we are finishing everything up. Now, y'all know I am a girl that loves nails, and for the first time ever, because girl, we need it, I am partnering, oh my god, with Nails by Gogoleopard. Oh my god. First ever partnership for the channel. She gave me a few sets of custom nails, and we're gonna put on this gorgeous black one today, so let's get it on. So in each of her nail sets comes the whole shebang. She has sticky tabs, if you like tabs. She has glue, she has her own glue. She has a file, she has the nail sets. They're on a nice little card. They're stuck on there so you can reuse it. You can reuse the packaging, it's stunning. So first we're gonna buff our nails, going in one direction, not both, that's important. Now we're gonna go ahead and open that lovely, lovely package. Once we open it up, I'm going to grab the nail that I just buffed, which that's gonna be my thumb, so I'm gonna grab the thumbnail. And I'm gonna grab the glue that was provided, absolutely lovely. We love to see it. And I'm going to go ahead and try to apply that to the other nail. I say try because you have to open the glue. Girl. So I grabbed some scissors, open it up real quick. Now we're putting a little bit of glue on the end of the nail on the inside, spreading it out with the applicator. Then just a dot on the thumb. Then I'm going to do what I like to call the rolling method. You're going to grab the finger and the nail, roll it around, put some pressure, and you're good. Now that we've got one hand done, gorgeous, I'm going to go ahead and do the other hand. So I'm doing the same thing, buffing in one direction, putting glue on the inside of the nail, a dot on the actual nail, pushing them together, that rolling method. That has been my secret for press-on nails since I can remember. It's worked for me forever. They will stay on for a hot minute, and I've never had any issues with it. Let me know if you have anything else you do. Alrighty, and that's it. That's literally it, Diva. It's, you know, my version of a drag performer's every day. You know, a neutral beat, assuming that it's glam, but it's not like over the top, you know? And it's, girl, easy to wear out. I'm ready for work. I'm ready for hanging out with friends. I'm ready for hitting the town, looking stunned. I can do it. You can do it. Everyone can do it. Don't be scared of makeup. Makeup is fun. Makeup won't bite unless you ask it nicely. But yeah, I have everything. I have my little fake piercings. I have my glasses. I have my lovely earrings. And I have these gorgeous, stunning nails that I'll be wearing for a minute because I love them to death. Thank you again, Nails by Gogoleopard, for the partnership. Very excited. Love you, Diva. Love you so much. And that's it. There's nothing else, girl. So do the usual. You know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you want to see next. And I'll see you again soon, my love. Besitos.